There, you see that close up right there? Look at that. Beautiful, right? That's like the first thing that the requirement that needs to be met, right? Is to be able to close it just like that. What's up, lifelong learners? It's your boy, Mr. Hang, and today we're going to talk about me and my journey of finding the proper ND filters that I'm going to use for the Pocket 3. Now, I know I titled this as looking for a VND, but all the VNDs that I've been reading reviews about have certain color casts, and I just don't want to deal with that anymore. So the worst is when you have to deal with the X color cast. The last one I got had like a circular one, and so now I'm just going to go with a hard stop ND filters, and I got a few that I want to talk about, so let's get into it. All right, so let's go with process of elimination here, because the first thing you need to know is that the DJI filter set and the Freewell filter set does not allow the Pocket to close all the way like this. That is the reason why these two are out of the running right away. So what am I going to use? I'm going to use this set right here by Neewer. And Neewer, look, I actually have it on right there. Let me just get a close up. Hold on. There, you see that close up right there? Look at that. Beautiful, right? That's like the first thing that the requirement that needs to be met, right? Is to be able to close it just like that. That is the first thing that we need to do here. And then the second thing here is color cast. And to be able to show you the color cast, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play you some footage, and then you guys can decide for yourself and also look at the scopes. So make sure you see the full footage, and then I'll play the footage again with scopes and everything in Premiere Pro. This is 4K, 24 frames per second. White balance is 56K, and there is no filter on this. And it is now set to 50 ISO. DJI ND16. DJI ND64. DJI ND256. Neewer ND8. Neewer ND16. Neewer ND32. Neewer ND64. Neewer ND128. Neewer ND256. Neewer ND1000. Freewell ND8. Freewell ND16. Freewell ND32. Freewell ND64. Freewell ND128. Freewell ND256. Freewell ND1000. This is 4K, 24 frames per second. White balance is 56K, and there is no filter on this, and it is now set to 50 ISO. DJI ND16. DJI ND64. DJI ND256. Neewer ND8. Neewer ND16. Neewer ND32. Neewer ND64. Neewer ND128. Neewer ND256. Neewer ND1000. Freewell ND8. Freewell ND16. Freewell ND32. Freewell ND64. Freewell ND128. Freewell ND256. Freewell ND1000. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that comparison view right there, and I gave you the scopes, I gave you the big picture. You can see for yourself if there's a color cast. Now, there are a couple of cons we need to talk about here. First of all, every time you want it to be able to close just like that, you are going to have to deal with fat finger problems, all right? That's the first con, is that if you don't have nails and you have big fingers, it's really hard to pull off. And so maybe that is the reason why the other filters made theirs a little bit bigger, but you can't close it like that. So for me, I don't mind because I'm gonna use my nails. So if I use my nails and I pinch real tight, I can pull it off just like that, and I can put it back on just like that. But the second con is if you are doing that, you can smudge this with your finger, and then the oils from your finger will be like smearing all over this. So, you know, there's pros and cons to each one of these. And I would prefer to have a smaller one that closes like this, where I just leave it on, because why not, right? One less thing to think about, okay? And then the other thing I want to talk about here is the color casting. Now, earlier I found a VND that was the right price, and it was able to, you know, spin and like kind of hide itself. But the problem was there was this major circular color cast. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it in the description down below, or maybe I'll throw it on the card up there if you want to see that video. And I didn't like the circular color cast, and I would prefer that even if the newer have a color cast, I'd rather have a consistent color cast across the whole frame, and then I can fix that easier in post than I can with a circular color cast. So yeah, I know, you know, you can do it in DaVinci, la la la, I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't have time to deal with that. My number one job is to not be a content creator. It is going to be a teacher, and being a dad, and being a husband. So I don't have time to go fix a bunch of things, even if it takes me just a click, click, click here and there, but that's extra work that I have to do. So those are the things that probably you're thinking about too, because first of all, you're trying to find something that does this, all right? And then the second thing is you're probably trying to find something that's less to carry around, and then just plug one in right here to this holding case, and then one on here that you can just flip out and use whenever you want to. But I'm going to make the compromise to do this. I'm just gonna go ahead and carry this whole pack around, because why not, right? I have so much that I can use here that I'll probably never need to buy another filter. Probably for the Pocket 3. All right, so you find your compromise. You let me know what you think is the better or the worst compromise when having to deal with these filter sets. And I found the newer. It's cheaper. I like the case better, and it just works for me. I don't really care about the color cast. If it does and I find out, I'll fix it. All right, I'm willing to deal with, again, a consistent cast across the whole image instead of having to deal with a circular one. Okay, well, I hope that this video helped you, and I hope you learned something new. Don't forget to like, share, and ding! Yeah, what that guy's asked you to do right there. Don't forget to do that. And then we're gonna say goodbye now. So for those of you who are new to the channel, go ahead and get your hands ready and then just follow along. And for those of you who've been around, y'all know what's up. Here we go. Rock, paper, peace. Let's hang out again in the next video.